Most people open their freezer and see a problem. A bag of vegetables they forgot about, some meat they bought months ago, a few random leftovers nobody wants. The freezer is supposed to save you money, but for many families, it becomes a place where good food disappears. But what if your freezer was not just storage? What if it was your backup plan for busy nights, expensive grocery weeks, and those moments when everyone is hungry and you have no idea what to cook? After years of trying to save money while still making real meals, I learned something important. You do not need a freezer full of hundreds of items. You need the right ingredients. Today, I am going to show you 15 freezer foods that can create 30 different meals. These are simple foods that can combine with basic pantry staples to make breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and emergency meals without ordering takeout. And stay until the end because the last freezer item on this list is the one that can save you the most money by preventing food waste. Let's start. Number 1, frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are probably the most underrated freezer food. Many people think fresh vegetables are always better, but frozen vegetables have one huge advantage. They wait for you. You do not have to cook an entire bag before it goes bad. You can take out exactly what you need and put the rest back. Keep basic options like broccoli, peas, green beans, corn, mixed vegetables, spinach. These can become a vegetable stir-fry, a soup, a pasta dish, an omelet, a rice bowl, a side dish with chicken. The same bag can support several different meals, and that is the secret behind a useful freezer. Buy ingredients, not finished products. Number 2, frozen chicken. Chicken is one of the most flexible proteins you can keep frozen, but the trick is choosing the right cuts. Chicken thighs, breasts, or tenderloins can all work depending on your budget and cooking style. One bag of frozen chicken can become chicken tacos, chicken soup, chicken pasta, chicken sandwiches, chicken rice bowls, chicken salads. The mistake many people make is buying chicken without a plan. Then it sits in the freezer until they forget why they bought it. A good freezer system means every item already has a few possible meals attached to it. Number 3, frozen berries. Frozen fruit is not just for smoothies. A bag of berries can become breakfast oatmeal, yogurt toppings, pancake toppings, homemade desserts, fruit sauces, smoothies. And unlike fresh berries, frozen berries can last for months. You do not have to rush to eat them before they become soft and expensive waste. For families trying to reduce grocery bills, that matters, because throwing away food is like throwing away money. Number 4, frozen bread. Bread is one of the foods people waste the most. You buy a loaf, use a few slices, then a week later, the rest is hard or covered in mold. The freezer solves this problem. Freeze your bread and take out only what you need. Frozen bread can become breakfast toast, sandwiches, French toast, garlic bread, breadcrumbs, quick meals when there is nothing else ready. A freezer is not only for expensive foods, it protects ordinary foods too. Number 5, frozen ground meat. Ground beef, turkey, or another ground meat option is one of the easiest proteins to transform. It can become tacos, chili, pasta sauce, burgers, meatballs, stuffed vegetables. A small amount can stretch much further when combined with beans, vegetables, rice, or pasta. The goal is not making meat the entire meal. The goal is using it as one part of a complete meal. Number 6, frozen fish. Fish can be expensive when bought fresh and used immediately. Frozen fish gives you more flexibility. You can keep portions ready for fish tacos, fish bowls, fish sandwiches, simple dinners with vegetables, fish cakes. The important thing is buying plain frozen fish rather than heavily prepared versions. The more processing added, the more you usually pay. Number 7, frozen potatoes. Potatoes freeze surprisingly well in many forms. Frozen hash browns, diced potatoes, or wedges can become breakfast skillets, potato soups, dinner sides, egg dishes, loaded potatoes. They save time on the nights when peeling and cutting potatoes feels impossible. And sometimes saving time is what prevents expensive takeout. Number 8, frozen rice. Frozen rice is one of the best emergency foods. Yes, cooking rice from dry is usually cheaper, but frozen cooked rice has another advantage: speed. When you are tired after work and everyone is hungry, 10 minutes can decide whether you cook or order food. Frozen rice can become fried rice, rice bowls, side dishes, soup additions, burrito fillings. A small convenience item can save money if it replaces a much larger expense. Number 9, frozen spinach. Frozen spinach is a freezer superhero. It takes up little space and works in many meals. Add it to eggs, pasta, soup, rice dishes, smoothies, casseroles. Fresh spinach often disappears quickly in the refrigerator. Frozen spinach waits patiently until you need it. Number 10, frozen pizza dough or dough. A freezer does not have to contain only finished meals. Frozen dough gives you options. It can become homemade pizza, flatbread, calzones, breadsticks, quick dinners. Instead of buying a different product for every craving, one flexible ingredient can create several meals. Number 11, frozen shrimp. Shrimp cooks quickly, which makes it perfect for busy nights. A bag can become shrimp pasta, shrimp rice bowls, stir fry, tacos, garlic shrimp dinners. The key is portion control. You only cook what you need. The rest stays ready for another day. Number 12, frozen herbs. Most people buy fresh herbs, use a little, then throw the rest away. Frozen herbs solve that problem. They can add flavor to soups, sauces, eggs, chicken dishes, vegetables, pasta. A small amount of flavor can completely change a basic meal. And this prevents one of the biggest reasons people stop cooking: food that tastes boring. Number 13, frozen breakfast items. A freezer can protect your mornings too. Useful items include frozen waffles, breakfast sandwiches, frozen pancakes, homemade breakfast burritos. These are not meant to replace every meal. They are backup plans, because sometimes the difference between eating breakfast and skipping it is having something ready in 2 minutes. Number 14, frozen homemade leftovers. This is the freezer habit most people ignore. When you cook, do not only think about tonight, think about future you. Extra: soup, chili, pasta sauce, casseroles, cooked meat can become an emergency meal later. A freezer turns one cooking session into multiple future dinners. That is one of the easiest ways to save time and money. Number 15, frozen mixed meal ingredients. The final category is not one specific food. It is having a few ingredients that work together. For example, chicken plus vegetables plus rice, ground meat plus tomatoes plus beans, bread plus eggs plus frozen fruit, potatoes plus vegetables plus cheese. When your freezer contains combinations, not random items, meals become much easier. And this is where people usually make the biggest mistake. They buy freezer foods without thinking about how they connect. A freezer full of random items is just a cold pantry. A freezer full of useful combinations is a meal system.